Hello again everyone, welcome back to another video on this wonderful platform. And yes, I am back once again. Now, I was supposed to mention in my previous video that, well, the reason for my absence in terms of commentary videos like this, not the other 3 videos I've been doing, but yeah, you get the idea. Yeah, is because, well, I finally had my wisdom tooth removed. I say tooth and not teeth because, well, weirdly enough, I actually only have 2, I believe, on my right side. And I've had 1 removed, doing the other one later this year. So yeah, so I was recovering with a half swollen face and so on and so forth, and and then last week I finally recovered from that and went back to normal, but then I caught the cold. Fucking typical, eh? Nonetheless though, I am back, and this time I have some absolutely fresh and in large quantity fanboy salt. And this is quite possibly the most delusional, ridiculous, and fucking moronic PC fanboy I've seen. This makes the one I came across that said that it's counterintuitive to have a console not buy exclusives. Yeah, it makes that one sound fucking intelligent in comparison to the absolute stupidity we're about to look at today. So feel free to grab a drink and some snacks because, oh boy, we're in for a treat. So this dates back to about 1 or 2 months ago. I was just going through YouTube, just browsing through like I usually do, and I came across a video about a guy just talking about why he personally prefers consoles over PC. So, like, you know, pretty harmless video. It's not like saying, oh, consoles are better than PC or vice versa. It's just his own subjective opinion, you know? Nothing wrong. Hell, even if it was the other way around, I wouldn't have a problem either. Like, because once again, he's just discussing his personal preference. So, you know, there's nothing really wrong with that. And so yeah, definitely a pretty decent video. I'll leave the link in the description for those who want to check it out. Apologies in advance if I forgot to. Anyway though, so I decided just to flick through the comments because, I don't know, as of 2019 I started this habit of just reading through comments. I don't know why, just because I see what other people have to say, you know, there's some things that are funny, so on and so forth. And then I just came across this guy commenting absolutely unprovoked, calling this guy an aimbot nooblet. And I thought to myself, okay, this is pretty interesting. But oh boy, when I went into the replies of said comment, holy fuck, it got worse. It got worse. So yeah, and then the original upload of the video that this comment is from said lol what, which, I mean, yeah, honestly, with someone saying something as stupid as that, yeah, that is a very understandable reaction. Our good mate PC fanboy here then says, yeah, consoles come with aimbots, legal ones. Already within doubling down on this, it just already sounds so fucking stupid. Like, honestly, I don't know how people can read through this without just laughing at this guy. Anywho though, yeah, it continues saying, granted many PC players are now switching to the legal aimbot aka controller due to it being hacks. I never in life thought an aimbot would be called aim assist and be legal, but here we are. Imagine in 1999 being told in 2025 everyone will have legal aimbots. Wild.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Okay, so already, like, it's one thing to double down on your opinion, whatever it is, but to double down on something so invalid and so ridiculous, I do not know what to say. Like, for starters, controllers have been around since, I'm pretty sure, the 70s, if I'm not mistaken. Long before PC got involved in the gaming side of things. And even then, aim assist and aimbot is a software, not a hardware. And they're entirely different things. And don't act like aim assist is a console only thing, because I've seen it on PC as well. I'm not fucking stupid, so I'm not buying that for a goddamn second. So yeah, there's aim assist, just slightly recorrects you to aim at a target, specifically in third and first person shooters. So yeah, and sometimes it will, if the opponent's running in a direction to, I don't know, take cover it is, then it will automatically follow it for you. Whereas aimbot allows you to kill anyone or anything from anywhere, no matter where you are. You could be below the map, above the map, across the other end of the map, and like aiming down at the ground or the sky. So already your point is fucking invalid, because once again, this is software, controls are hardware, and once again, aim assist and aimbot operate pretty differently. And well, and this motherfucker is also acting like first-person shooters are the one and only definitive gaming experience. Like, you do know that other games exist, like, of different genres: racing, action adventure, fighters such as Mortal Kombat. And well, yeah, but no, apparently no, that uses aim assist as well. You know, see how fucking stupid this sounds? So yeah, in case you haven't caught up already, we're dealing with an absolute fucking retard. I don't really like saying that word, but that is the only way to describe this absolute short bus rider. Well, future short bus rider, because by the end of this video I'm going to be arranging for a short bus to come to this guy's address, pick him up and take him away to where all the other degenerates are and stuff. So yeah, but apparently no. So yeah, I'll keep this whole aimbot controls being legal aimbots in mind when I play Mortal Kombat and Need for Speed next time, you know. So yeah, but totally, because my legal aimbot will totally come in handy for a 2D fighting game and a open world racing game. Totally, you know, totally. Anyway, though, so yeah, the original uploader then replies saying something about, so what do we do? Just let PC gamers have all the advantage of a mouse. So yeah, some level of assist is required for fair play, one would think, and yeah, I can sort of agree on that. So yeah, you know, and you know, it's funny enough, this idiot's claiming that controllers are illegal aimbots, even though once again one's a software, the other is a hardware that has been around since like the 70s or something, if I'm not mistaken. And well, even then, mouse offers the better aiming experience. So yeah, pretty much now when I think about it, like, why the fuck is this even an argument when mouse is offers the better aiming experience for third and first person shooters and all that. So why is this even an argument? So it's like, weird example incoming, but it's like a owner of a, I don't know, a fucking Lamborghini Aventador or some shit, right? Who has an advantage over, I don't fucking know, a Daewoo Lanos, right? And already the Aventador is obviously faster than the Lanos, yet for some reason the Aventador owner is claiming that the Lanos owner has an advantage and is cheating, even though they already have a faster car by like 1200 horsepower or some shit. See how fucking stupid this sounds? Like, I know what is more insulting. The fact that this absolute genius decided to comment such a L opinion, an L take for possibly millions of people on the internet to see, or the fact that he actually is trying to convince other people to believe this shit. I do not know what is more insulting at this point. So yeah. Anywho though, yeah, our genius then replies, well, I don't think aimbots are the answer, mate. Well, already I can say, once again, one is a software, the other is a hardware, and well, I don't think you can download such software onto a console, let alone a controller, unless you somehow hook up to your PC and reprogram and modify the absolute shit out of it. But I don't think that's possible, so yeah. Anyway though, all console players say it's not much different. Aim assist is a nice way of saying aimbots. It's chill, no worries. If it's chill and no worries, then once again, why is this even up for debate? But I imagine going from an aimbot to mouse and keyboard must be a little rough. You actually need some skill for mouse and keyboard. Jesus Christ. Holy fuck. Once again, the guy that claimed that consoles are only for exclusives and to have a console for anything but is counterintuitive, it makes him sound like a fucking... Makes it sound like this guy has fucking 5 PhDs in comparison. This guy here is an absolute fucking moron. It takes skill to use a mouse and keyboard. Like, I mean, sure, if you're wanting to play competitive, then yeah, you have to learn how to use it efficiently and, you know, not mess up pressing the wrong thing or whatever it is. But to use it in general, just casually, what fucking casual is going to try to learn this shit like they're gonna be a pro player or something? Like, what the fuck? And then once again the uploader then replies something about, you know, not really too importantly, sort of agreeing, sort of not. So yeah, anyway, yeah, so the uploader sort of agrees, but not, I guess, so yeah. And then of course, yeah, and then I just had to put my 10 cents worth and just call this guy what he really is, a PC fanboy. So I then just said PC fanboy detected, and then I just added that this is the epitome of a PC fanboy, because, well, it is, you know. PC gamers are just your average gamer. They just prefer to play on PC, and, well, that's all there is to it, you know. Nothing wrong with that, and they don't have a problem with other people who play on console, you know. They just play their games and that's it. Whereas with PC fanboys, well, if you play on anything, if you play on a piece of plastic that isn't a PC, then they think that you are beneath them. They think that you are a worthless peasant swine that doesn't deserve human rights, even though it's actually them who don't deserve human rights. And they constantly talk shit and about consoles and spread misinformation just to blow smoke up their own ass and make their precious piece of plastic sound better than it really is. Same thing, of course, with Xbox, Nintendo, and PlayStation fanboys, but yeah. Now, with all this the case, I am actually convinced, this is 100% convinced me that PC fanboys are worse than PlayStation fanboys. I never thought it would be possible for PlayStation fanboys to be beaten in terms of their stupidity and ridiculousness. But here we are. In 2025, PC fanboys have taken first place for the most moronic, cringy individuals out there. I mean, sure, they don't do stupid things like PlayStation fanboys, or at least that I know of. But, well, in this case, they sure as shit make up for it with the things that they say. Case in point, controllers are legal aimbot. Anyway, like a vampire to sunlight, being told the truth seemed to have hurt him, got to his head, and, well, started to burn him up. So then, good mate got the absolutely genius idea to respond, and started by saying, facts don't care about your feelings. What? I'm sorry, fucking what? What on earth do feelings have to do with this? This entire conversation that's been going on in the replies to this comment. Not once were feelings ever brought up. So, like, why is it brought up now when it was never had anything to do with it? Like, what the fuck do feelings have to do with this? Good mate then continues saying, go shoot some stuff with your aimbot, buddy. Little Johnny needs his aimbot, else he got no chance of shooting stuff. Tee hee hee hee. And, you know, that usual cringy shit. So, like, I just have to ask. I mean this both as a insult and a concerned individual, but is this guy right in the head? Like, is he right in the head? Is he high, or is there something going on in life for him to start rambling on about just shit that is completely irrelevant all of a sudden? So, like, what the fuck is little Johnny shooting this shit is now all of a sudden brought into this? Like, and the whole thing of, once again, about apparently first-person shooters being the one and only way of gaming on it. Like, hello, first-person shooters aren't everything. Like, majority of people don't really give a shit about them, and once again, like, how will my quote-unquote legal aimbot work on games such as, I don't know, The Witcher, Mortal Kombat, and Need for Speed? Come on, I'm waiting for an explanation. I'm actually... Someone please explain that. How will my legal aimbot help me with playing games like Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, Need for Speed, Forza, Gran Turismo, and so on. So, please explain to me. I'm begging for an explanation on how my aimbot will assist me in non-first-person shooter games. Well, can anyone explain to me how will my quote-unquote legal aimbot work in games that aren't first and third person shooters? Come on, I'm actually waiting for an explanation. Anyone? Exactly. You can't explain it. Exactly what I thought. Like, yeah. Honestly, I swear, as this conversation went on, we've been reading through it, it just gets funnier and funnier as it goes along. Like, you cannot make this shit up at all. So, yeah. So then I just replied. Of course, I had to reply because, well, such a brilliant comment just deserves a response. So then I just said, guess I'm in somebody's head because, well, if that wasn't the case, then why did they reply and for some reason go rambling on about some irrelevant shit? And then, I'll keep your aimbot in mind when playing NFS. And then, of course, I had to ask the question of what do feelings have to do with this conversation, and also what do they have to do with our precious pieces of plastic. So, and that was a couple of days ago, and still to this day, at least that I know of, no reply. So, yeah, exactly. So, pretty much, that just speaks volumes. I brought up the whole thing of, I'll keep your aimbot in mind when playing a non-first-person shooter, and then I asked what the fuck feelings have to do with this whole debate, and, well, motherfucker's got nothing. So, yeah, that's pretty much it, you know? See, now that I think about it, when it comes to someone with such a dog shit, ridiculous, stupid take like that, the moment you start to put the logic in question and prove that it's invalid when applied to other things, such as, case in point, non-shooter games, such as, once again, Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, Need for Speed, The Witcher, so on and so forth, just, they got nothing. They got nothing. That's what I've come to realise, so, yeah, because, once again, how will this quote-unquote legal aimbot help me in a racing game and a 2D fighting game? So, yeah. And I even had the perfect response in mind should of this guy replied, but because, once again, I've just ripped apart his entire fucking logic at this point, there's no need for a buzz. If it was going to go on about that supposed master race, I was discussed that event, just start taking the piss out of all this, because, well, it's not to be taken seriously. Such a dumb take like this does not deserve to be taken seriously at all. And I just would have said, yeah, sure, nothing screams superior game platform like spending $2,500 on a PC and it can't even run a fucking mobile game. A port of a mobile game at a solid and sturdy 30. Case in point. And you're probably wondering, what port of a mobile game are you talking about, Skyline? Well, none other than Asphalt Legends Unite. My PC, I spent $2,500 Australian dollars on my PC, and some games, yes, it runs them absolutely fantastic, like 60 frames per second or even more, just all the way through consistently. The Crew 2, I think Shadow of the Tomb Raider, just to name a couple. They were absolutely fantastic. And I cannot be more impressed. And then there's other games that you would think could run well, but don't. Such as, once again, Asphalt Legends Unite. It can't even run it at a sturdy 30 frames per second. Yet my $800 PlayStation 5 that cost a quarter of the price can run it just fine at a solid and sturdy and consistent 60. And even my ROG Ally can run it better than my $2,500 PC. So, yeah, once again, nothing screams superior gaming platform than spending thousands of dollars on said platform and it can't even run a fucking mobile game at 30 frames per second. I'm totally convinced that PC is the ultimate gaming platform, totally. Anyway though, for those who made it this far to the end, well, I don't really know what else to say except for, well, just thank you for suffering through this with me. This was just so fucking stupid and ridiculous. I just had to talk about. I just had to make a video about it because it was just so ridiculous. Like, I have not seen delusion to this extent ever. Like, ever. I did not know such delusion was possible. Like, obviously, this guy maxed out all of his stats in the delusion section and left everything else blank. So that would probably explain why his opinion, if you could even, well, fucking sack excuse of an opinion, is so stupid. Like, this cannot be it's people like, it's brainlets like this, which is exactly why I left the PC community. Well, I guess now in this case, the PC cesspool, because I just could not stand for any longer being in the same community as friggin' Neanderthals like this. Like, I just could not bear it any longer, so I just had to just fucking escape while I could. But unfortunately, though, I still come across them. But at least with this case, I'm no longer in the cesspool, in the same cesspool as these troglodytes. So, yeah. Now, of course, not everyone in the PC cesspool is like this, was once again, you know, there's just your average PC gamers over there that just enjoy playing on PC. You know, whatever, that's completely fine, you know, like, whatever. I enjoy playing on my PC as well. But then, of course, there's the cringy, retarded fanboys like this that just spew shit out of their mouths constantly. And, like, honestly, they just cannot be taken seriously at this point. Like, 2025 is the year of PC fanboy salt. You got that other good mate claiming that consoles are a scam, quote unquote. Now claiming that some other games sold better on PC and all that. Of course, I'd say something like that because, you know, PC is the quote unquote the true gaming platform, yet can't run a mobile game at 30 frames per second. And then of course the whole, if you get a console but not get exclusives as can alternative. And now the magnum opus, the cherry on top, the icing on the shit cake, which is controllers are legal aimbot. So, yeah. What a eventful year it has been, I must say. It has been very eventful. You got the far right and the far left just digging themselves a bigger grave, just proving themselves to be more and more pathetic subhumans and all that. PlayStation fanboys being salty as hell, and well, now PC fanboys, well, taking first place now. So yeah, I mean, in the end, it would be one thing to just prefer mouse and keyboard over controllers. That'd be completely fine. Hell, I actually agree that playing with a mouse and keyboard is better depending on the game you're playing. Like first person shooters, like, you know, like, yeah, mouse offers gives you better aim numbers. You can actually, well, yeah, you get the idea. So I absolutely agree on that, 100%. But to go as far as comparing a hacking tool, software as such, to a piece of hardware is just a whole new level. And by a whole new level, I mean a whole new low. Because it's just such a stupid, ridiculous thing to say. Like, once again, like, it's one thing to have this opinion and put it out there for millions of people to see, but it's just outright pathetic and insulting to think that anyone will believe that shit. Like, yeah, so anywho though, yeah, this marks the end of this video, and well, yeah, so now I have to make a few calls, get this guy registered for the mental institution with his fellow PC fanboys and those other woke and anti-woke degenerates. So yeah, I have a few calls to make, you know, get this guy on the short bus as soon as possible so he can get the help he needs. So yeah, with that the case though, yeah, before I do fully conclude this, just want to say a massive thank you for over 400 subscribers. That is just absolutely insane. Like, for the past month or two, I've just been dwindling between like 390, 391, 392, and then back down to 390, and then all of a sudden just skyrocketed up to over 400, and then you know, over 420, now almost 470 is just absolutely insane. And well, it might, just because of my somewhat monotone voice, it might not sound like I'm appreciative of it, but on the inside, like, I am so grateful. So yeah, I cannot put into words how grateful I am for it. It's pretty insane. So yeah, yeah, anywho though, yeah, thank you for watching. Feel free to like and subscribe if you want to stay tuned for more videos, and I'll see you in the next one.